record. We're going to record. Everything we've talked about so far has said if the lines are parallel, then alternate interiors are what? Congruent. Okay, another statement. If the lines are parallel, then same side interiors are supplementary. Okay? Notice what every statement starts with. If the lines are parallel. Okay? Now we're going to take the converses and we're going to say if same side interiors are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. We're going to prove lines are parallel instead. Okay, so here it is. In order to prove lines parallel, you need to know something about the angles to get you there. I'm not going to teach you any new versions of angles. We're going to use the angles you already know to prove that lines are parallel. So look at this first one. Corresponding angles converse says if two sets of corresponding angles are congruent, then what? Then the lines are parallel. So if I'm given a picture like this, do I know right now from this picture that those lines are parallel?
No.
How do you know that lines are parallel?
With the arrows.
The arrows. So if they've done this, then lines are parallel. This doesn't do that, so don't put them in there. Okay? This is like, here's a bunch of stuff. Are those lines parallel? I don't know. Here's how we know. If we say that angle 2 is congruent to angle 6, okay, then I would be able to say the lines are parallel, okay? So basically we're saying this. If angle 2 is congruent to angle 6, then L is parallel to M. Okay, so if corresponding angles are congruent, the lines have to be parallel. Okay. Now, move to the next one. Can you tell me a pair of alternate interior angles in this picture?
4 and 6.
4 and 6. Okay. If I tell you that 4 and 6 are congruent, then what is true? The lines are parallel. If AIA end up congruent, so if angle 4 is congruent to angle 6, then L is parallel to M. Do you see how it's just the converse of what you already know? Before we were saying if the lines are parallel, then they're congruent, then they're supplementary. Just swap them.
The then is always going to be L is parallel to M?
The then for this stuff, for this picture, will always be L is parallel to M. Yeah. Okay, so what about alternate exteriors? Give me a pair. 2 and 8, okay? If angle 2 is congruent to angle 8, then what? Then L is parallel to M, okay? Then we get to consecutive or same side interior and same side exterior. What's different about these? They're supplementary. Okay, so for this one, can you give me a pair of same side interior angles? 4 and 5 or 3 and 6. So if we say if, I guess I should technically be doing a measure here. It doesn't matter. If the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 6 equals 180, then what? Then they're parallel, right? If 3 plus 6 is 180, those lines have to be parallel. If 3 and 6 are supplementary same side interior angles, the lines will be parallel. Can someone tell me a pair of same side or consecutive exterior angles? 1 and 8. If the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 8 equals 180, then the lines are parallel. Okay? Here's the really beautiful part of this. Your questions hardly look different today. It is a different question, but you don't do a lot of different things, okay? Look what it says. If L is parallel to M, determine if L is parallel to M based on the information you're given. If it is, state the converse that proves it parallel. So take a look at this picture. What type of angles are your 63s? Alternate exterior angles. What do you notice? about your alternate exterior angles? They're congruent. If alternate exteriors are congruent, what is true? The lines are parallel. So we would say, yes, they are parallel. And then it says state the converse. So it's going to be the converse of what? What type of angles are those? AEA. Okay, so those are parallel because alternate exteriors are congruent. Is 2 going to be parallel? Why? Yes, because those are corresponding angles that are congruent. So it's by the converse of corresponding angles. Okay, so whenever it says determine if lines are parallel, you're using a converse. If it says determine if the angles are congruent or supplementary, you're using the original theorem. Okay? How about number 3? Are those parallel? I hear both. I hear yes and I hear no. Who wants to prove it to me? They're supplementary. 48 plus 132 equals 180. What kind of angles are they? Do same side exteriors need to be supplementary? Yeah. So we would say, yes, these are parallel by the converse of same side exterior angles. Okay, you do 4 through 6 with the people sitting near you. See what you get.
24.
How many no's should there be?
2.
There's 2. Number 4. Okay, here's the tricky part. Is this a type of angle we've talked about?
Yeah.
Totally. What are they?
Vertical.
Vertical. But is there a theorem that says if vertical angles are congruent, then lines are parallel? No. Notice this, okay? If you are not at all in contact with a line, that line has nothing to do with it. So we can't say they're parallel because we know nothing about line L. We would just say, no, there's not enough information here. So no, we cannot determine that those are parallel. They might be, but we can't determine it based on the information, okay? What'd you say for number 5? Are they parallel? Yes, they are. By what? The converse of alternate interior angles. Okay, so what is number 6? Do you know why? Trick question. Those don't add up to 180. They add up to 190. So this would be no. Those are not parallel lines. Okay, they have to add up to 180. Okay, moving right along. Flip that page. All right, we're gonna go through this fairly quickly because there's a lot of little pieces here. And then I'll have you try a different one on your own for a little bit. But looking at number 7, it says, given this information, determine which lines, if any, are parallel and which converse justifies your answer. Because they're saying that it's a converse here, I'm okay if you don't write converse of. It's saying which converse, so AIA, AEA, SSIA, that's fine. So given that 2 is congruent to 4. Now here's the deal. The thing that I think is most helpful, if you have trouble seeing which lines should actually be parallel here, is if you draw the angle, here's angle 2, here's angle 4. Which of these 4 lines do we have 0 contact with? B, right? There is nothing about B right now that we are touching. So B has nothing to do with it. So which lines would have to be parallel? C and D. You're not going to say A is parallel to C, right? Those are intersecting. So we would say that C is parallel to D. Why? Which converse? Corresponding angles, right? From the vertices, that's top right with top right. Okay? 5 and 10. Let's look at 5 and 10. Here's 5. Yeah, let me switch colors here. Here's 10. They are alternate interiors. Which lines? A and B. 5 goes here, right? 10 goes here. line D is not in contact with either one of those. So we would say A is parallel to B because of what? The converse of AIA, alternate interior angles. All right, 1 plus 13 equals 180. Here's 1. Here's 13. Which lines would have to be parallel? A and B. You've got this line, and this line that you're working with. So A is parallel to B. What are those? Same side exterior angles. Okay. How about 1 congruent to 14? Here's 1. Here's 14. 1 goes here. 14 goes here. Which two of those lines? A and B. A is parallel to B, and those are alternate exterior angles. Okay. 14 plus 15 equals 180. Here's 14. Here's 15. So we're hanging out in this little cubby here.
C and D.
C and D. Okay, C would be parallel to D. And those are what kind of angles? Same side interiors. You guys are so smart. How about 11 and 16?
Impossible.
Impossible. Why? They're vertical, right? You only have 2 lines that you're in contact with, and none of them have the potential to be parallel, okay? Vertical angles cannot get you parallel lines. So you would say, ooh, sorry, none. And you don't need a reason because there isn't a reason. It doesn't work. Don't say vertical angles. Just there's no reason that makes them parallel. Is this making sense? Okay. We're going to jump ahead where it gets a little bit fancier. On number 8, I want you to try A, C, E, G, and I with the people around you. Tell me which lines are parallel and the converse of what. If there are not parallels, tell me none. Go. Who wants to come up and tell me which lines are parallel for A? Simon. Samuel. Do you go by Samuel? Sam. Okay, Sam's gonna tell us. So angle 9 and angle 22 rather.
9 and 22.
9 and 22. What lines are parallel?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I have that on the highlighter.
Sorry.
My bad.
I don't know how to do this. How do I
It's
redo?
not notability.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you go. Okay, pause. Is he right?
Yeah.
9 and 22.
Actually, bro, you're
What should
lying.
it
You're
be?
trolling.
How?
How you troll? How? It's on P.
It's not on P. Look at your setup here.
It's on 2. Oh, 9. Oh, I thought
9.
it said 2.
Now 22.
Ah,
You
my
wanna
bad.
renege? You wanna try again?
Nah,
No. I believe in you. Okay, so if it's 9 and 22, which 2 lines?
This,
Sorry. Highlighter.
is it Q?
Parallel to
R?
Yes. Okay, so Q is parallel to R. What type of angles are those? Same side exteriors. Look at your 9 and 22.
Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot.
Yeah.
I keep looking at 2. 9.
Alternate exterior. Yes. AEA. Did you get that? Thank you. All right. Letter C. Who wants C? Sanaya wants C. Okay. 1 congruent to 17. Which 2 lines?
I think I might have that wrong.
Is S parallel to T for that?
No.
No. What is it?
Are you serious?
It's not.
Highlight your 1 and your 17. Put an angle in for like
What?
this. Look.
What?
Angle 1,
Are you serious?
angle 17.
Is that just S? That's just S, right?
S would be your transversal. Here's the thing to look for, you guys. A transversal is a line that cuts through 2 or more lines, right? So if you're touching the same line with 2 of your angles, it's your transversal, okay? So S is the transversal. What would the lines that have to be parallel for those green angles? P and R. So P is parallel to R for letter C.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Do you want to try what kind of angles those are? Corresponding. Did you get that? That's the right answer. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Who wants letter E? 2 and 22. Here's 2. Here's 22. Who wants it? Is it Ben?
Yeah.
Come on up, Ben.
Ben, you have such a nice man. Why does he want?
So 2 plus 20. What? Why are we critical? Be kind.
Wow. He's my teammate.
I don't care. That's all the more reason to be kind. 2 and 22.
Whoa.
Is that what you got? P is parallel to S. Okay, so here's a good thing to look for. Let me show you something. Here's P. Here's S. Could those be parallel?
Oh.
Why can't P and S be parallel?
Because they're intersecting.
They intersect, right. Okay, so we know it's not P and S. So here's one angle. Here's the other angle.
Okay, I see.
You want to try again?
Yeah.
Can I do the last one?
P parallel to R?
Yeah.
Is that what you got? Yep, you got P, this transversal, and R. Okay, so P is parallel to R. What kind of angles? Do you want to try the angles too? 2 and 22. Did you get same side interior?
Oh, XG.
2 and 22. Okay, outside, outside. So it is exterior. Same side, exterior angles. Thank you, Ben. Someone want G? Is it Peyton? Peyton, come on up. So 3 and 22. P parallel to R, is that right? That is right. What kind of angles? Corresponding. Brilliant. You want the last one? Oh, restroom, yes. Who wants the last one? 2 plus 16 equals 180. Zeke? It's impossible. You're right. It's none. Here's 2, right? Here's 16. They have nothing in common. So there are no parallel lines between the 2 and the 16. Good? Okay. Last little bit here. There is one property that goes along with parallel lines that looks like the transitive property. So they call it the transitive property of parallel lines. Somebody tell me, without me telling you, if P is parallel to Q and Q is parallel to R, what does the transitive property say? Then P is parallel to R. So if they are parallel to the same line, then they're parallel to each other, right? Transitive property says, I forget, how does Mr. Lieber say it? The middleman? Middleman? Take out the middleman. Okay? Okay, so if you look at this picture, it says if A is parallel to C, so let's mark that. A is parallel to C. Which other lines are parallel and why? A would be parallel to, what'd you say? B. Why? You actually have to get there a different way first. We're going to start with this. B is parallel to C. Why do I know that this line is parallel to this line? What are those? They equal 180, and they are? Same side exterior angles. It's the converse, right, that tells us the lines are parallel. So then if I know those two are parallel now, and I knew that A was parallel to C, then I can say that A is also parallel to B by the transitive property that we just talked about, right? If they're both parallel to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. If they're both parallel to C, then A and B have to be parallel as well. Okay, we gotta move. Last thing, and this should be pretty straightforward. This is exactly what you just did on your quiz. The question looks the same, but it's worded differently, but you do the same process, okay? It says find X so that the lines are parallel, whereas before it said the lines are parallel, solve for X. Now they're saying what would X have to be to make these parallel? You don't do any work differently. You did this on your quiz. So we're literally going to do 2 of these and call it good. Take a look at this picture. In order for A to be parallel to B, what has to be true about those 2 angles? Why? Why do they have to be congruent? Because they are alternate interior angles, okay? So you would say 10x minus 23 equals 137, and you would solve for x, okay? I'm going to do that real fast. So 10x, if I add the 23, I get 10x equals 160. So x is 16. Okay? The only other one I'm going to do right now is, well, you tell me. You want 3 or 6?
6. 3.
Okay. Tell me what kind of angles you see in number 6. Same side exterior angles. What has to be true of SSEA in order for lines to be parallel? They have to equal 180. So you're going to go 12x minus 29 plus 4x plus 1 and set that equal to 180. So 12x plus 4x is 16x. Negative 29 plus 1 is a negative 28 equals 180. Add your 28 and divide by 16. What is that? 13? Okay, so look for what kind of angles they are, but nothing changed. It's just worded differently. You do the exact same work you just did in 3-2D.
Cool.
Good job.